Lesson 27, the binomial probability distribution. Example 11. According to Snapple real fact number 52, 11% of people in the world are left-handed. In a classroom containing 32 students, find the probability that anywhere from 2 to 4 of them are left-handed. So in this problem, we're trying to find a probability. Well, this follows a binomial random process since a person is either classified as left-handed or not left-handed, providing two possible outcomes. So the binomial probability distribution can be used to calculate this probability. In order to use that, we need to know the value of the three variables, n, p, and x. Now n represents the total number. So here we have a classroom containing 32 total students. So n is equal to 32. And p represents the specific probability, in this case a probability of being left-handed. Since 11% of people in the world are left-handed, p is equal to 0.11. Now for x, the random variable, is based off the question. Here we're trying to find the probability that anywhere from 2 to 4 of them are left-handed. So the value of the random variable that gets you anywhere from 2 to 4 of the students being left-handed would be x equals 2, 3, or 4. So to find this probability, we just need to use the binomial probability distribution and find the values for x equaling 2, 3, or 4. And since we're joining them with an or, we could just merely add the individual probabilities. So we find the probability of 2, add it to the probability of 3, and add it to the probability of 4. Now this could be done on the TI-84 calculator by using the binom PDF command 3 separate times. Once when x is 2, a second time when x is 3, and a third time when x is 4. And then we could take those individual probabilities and add them up. Now the binom CDF command calculates the probabilities for less than or equal to a particular value. So if we do a binom CDF for n is 32, p is 0.11, and x equals 4, it'll find the probability for 0 all the way up through 4, the x value we entered, and add them up for you. Now this probability answer has part of the answer we want. It has the probability of having 2, 3, and 4, but it also includes the probability of x equaling 0 and x equaling 1, results that we don't want to include in our answer. So the probability of having 0 or 1 can be found on the TI-84 calculator by doing a binom CDF when x is 1. Here, the probability for x equals 0 and x equals 1 is calculated in this binom CDF using x as 1. These are the values we don't want. So if we don't want them in their answer, we could subtract them and take them out. Thus, the probability of the 0 and the probability of 1 will be taken away, and just leaving us with the probability of the 2 to 4, the result that we do want. So we can use this on the TI-84 calculator by doing the binom CDF command using an x equals 4 and subtracting another binom CDF command using an x equals 1. This will give us the answer of the 2 to 4. So the binom CDF command in the calculator is found by going second, distr, to find the probability distribution formulas, arrow down till we find the binom CDF, press enter to select, and then enter the value of n, which was 32, comma, the value of p, which is 0.11, comma, and the value for x, 4, close parenthesis, and then we subtract what we don't want. So another binom CDF is found by going second, distribution, distr, arrow down till we find the binom CDF, press enter, and then n was 32, comma, p was 0.11, comma, and the x is 1, because we don't want the 0 and the 1. Press enter, gives us our answer. It rounds off to 0.608. So our probability is 0.608. Thus, in a classroom containing 32 students, the probability that anywhere from 2 to 4 of them are left-handed is 60.8%. Thus, if someone was to go into a classroom containing 32 students and predict that there's anywhere from 2 to 4 of them that are left-handed, they would have a 60.8% chance of being correct.